The story of Elvis's life, even though it's in the 50s, 60s, and 70s, has an immense amount of parallels to what is happening right now in our world.
The way that he pushed the boundaries of rock and roll has changed the game.
I'm Austin Butler, and we're here in Cannes. We're talking about Elvis.
My name is Olivia DeJonge, and I'm here in Cannes supporting the Baz Luhrmann film Elvis.
You came to the right place. You're looking for trouble? Look right in my face.
Absolutely magical. I hadn't seen the film before, and I have never been to Cannes. So getting to be at the Palais the other night and watching the film for the first time and feeling the love of everybody in the audience was unbelievably magical. We had about a year and a half before we started shooting. That was just the preparation process for me. That period of time was just doing an immense amount of research. The interesting thing about Baz, that is so brilliant, it can be intimidating in the beginning, but once you get used to it, it's incredibly enlivening. He's like a jazz musician. His attention to detail is second to none, and he immerses himself. But when it comes time to actually be there on set, everything could change. He may rewrite a scene the morning of, or add songs that you've never practiced before. But you've got to trust at that moment that all the work that you've done is gonna filter into this present moment. And that's beautiful, and I owe that to him.
I play Priscilla Presley. She was Elvis Presley's wife of a very long time. She is a fashion icon in her own right. She is vulnerable and strong and soft and abrasive at the same time, which is all really interesting to me. And it was it was a pleasure to step into her shoes. It just takes the stress off knowing that the people that you're around really, really care and really, really love and respect the story and what it takes to create a film like this. So yeah, we all had a lot of fun.
I like the fact that he was incredibly brave to be true to himself. And he had times where he wasn't. But the times in his life when he really rose past, it was because of these moments that he wasn't afraid of what somebody else was gonna think, and he was doing what he really loved. And I think that is a great lesson in originality and being true to yourself.
You know, Elvis's music is incredibly timeless. You know, pop culture's only been around for 100 years, and he was at the forefront of superstardom. There was nobody else that had blown up in that way before. And the contribution that he made to music and the way that he pushed the boundaries of rock and roll, has changed the game. The music that we listen to is so inspired. The hair, the clothes that we wear, everything. His sound, his voice is so unique.
Everything that the world has been through in the last couple of years, and the amount of time that people weren't able to go to the cinema, I think now is a time that a movie like this, which is such a spectacle, and it needs to be seen on the big screen, and that people can gather together and be a part of this show. The story of Elvis's life, even though it's in the 50s, 60s, and 70s, has an immense amount of parallels to what is happening right now in our world. So I think it's more relevant than ever in many ways.
This is one of the best movies that I've seen in a really long time. It needs to go and be seen in the cinemas. It's an immersive experience. The music, the cinematography, the performances, you gotta see it on the big screen. There's no other way.